Morning, welcome back, Alan's Allotment. It's the 5th of April 2025. It's a beautiful day out there, but the wind is blowing a hooligan. So I'll need to try and find my microphone. I need to try and provide a bit better content. It's even watching the videos back myself, it's a bit frustrating when you're trying to hear what I'm saying over the wind. So I'll need to try and dig out my microphone before we go any further. So I want to give a special shout out to Christine Brooks as well, who's been an avid follower of my channel for a long time. And her support has been absolutely amazing. Again, I mentioned that Ali was my #1 fan. That's Ali at Rusty's Garden. Ali at My Rusty Garden. If you haven't seen her channel, pop over and take a look and give us some support. Terry King, as always, popped back and he left a comment, and he's practically given up watching my videos because, well, the poor content of late. Let's say it hasn't been spectacular. Terry, I'll try to go back. We'll put the old intro back on in the outro, and we'll try and make it a bit more pleasing for you, mate. Again, blown away by all the comments. Thank you very much. I think it was nearly 1,000 views on this one, as that last video as well. But today I'm just going to do a bit of pottering and a bit more tidying. I don't actually know what I'm going to do yet. Going to have this cup of coffee and then we'll take you for a look around, and yeah, we'll take it from there. You'll be pleased to know I found me microphones. I'm not sure how well it'll work. I've just plugged them in to put them on charge, and they were showing full still from when they were last charged, so we'll see how far we get with this. I'll spin you around, I'll give you a little look about now. Right, so I just come back from Tesco's, as you can see, and I got myself this yellow plum tree. I have another one of these, but this was a good price, and I can see it's well alive. It's been grafted onto a short rootstock. I don't know what it is, but I'm a sucker for seeing trees. I love trees, as long as they're kept manageable. So we're going to get that in the ground before long. Now, let me take you and show you all the other ones I've got to still put in the ground and find a place for. I've two here from last year. One of these is a yellow plum. I think it's this one. And that one there, I think, is a pear tree, grafted. But the second graft has actually come to life this year. And then, what we haven't got done yet is I got myself another one of these, two of these Red Haven peach trees. Now we know this one's alive because it's already bloomed. Double the price the last one was that I bought, and a lot smaller. And this one here looked like it was okay, but it looks like the buds have all dried out on it. So I'm not sure whether this is still alive or not. Again, it's another Red Haven peach. These produce full-size peaches, and they're beautiful. I've got one over in the treehouse that I built the other year. And I've also got several other plum and apple trees here waiting to go in the ground, so we'll probably get that done at some point. I have another little peach tree over there amongst all of the mess. That one's been outside a couple of years now. I put it out as a test to see if it would end up getting peach leaf curl, and it hasn't yet. So that'll be getting planted in the ground outside as well. And I'll show you another one that was bought at the same time and the same size, and the difference between keeping them in a pot and planting them in the ground. Right, so in here, this is the other polytunnel where, so these here were all the same size as that one in the pot. We bought them all at the same time. But look at the trunk on these now. But they are dwarf. They're on a dwarf rootstock. I've also been in here, had a bit of a tidy up, made a start, and actually pruned along the edge so I could get in here. And this is the other red bonfire peach that was the same size as that one in the pot there. This is the two that I bought together. I've still got a bit of weeding to do in here, so a couple of nettles to take out. Um, this is where the rats have been digging in and making themselves at home. Yes, we still need to get this sorted out, but that's maybe another little job we can get sorted today. So these peach trees, by the way, some people had said, well, not much good if they're not productive, but the bloom's nice, but they do actually produce peaches as well. This red bonfire peach has just taken off. It was a stick, basically. It was actually smaller than the other one in the pot outside. But look at the difference between them going in the ground and staying in a pot. The difference is night and day. Right, let's have a little look in our polytunnel. Now now that the clocks have gone forward, I've took 2 evenings. I come up here and spent an hour just watering and tending and making sure these were okay. As you can see, our lettuces are already grown significantly. The foliage on we had a little bit of just close to frost last night, and I was a bit concerned about the tomatoes, but you can see how dark the foliage is. They're not suffering in any way, shape or form. And fingers crossed, it remains that way. What I did also through midweek is I came up and I potted on these cabbages and cauliflowers into bigger pots, and we soaked those in water overnight just to keep them going till I get them in the ground, and we give the leeks a bit of a splash of water as well. You can see already the difference in a week of the growth on this grapevine. I have done now a little bit of pruning on this, and just to keep it on top of it. I found with grapevines, if you don't keep on top, they will just run away with you, and then you will have a really, really big job of trying to sort this out, and it's not fun. So if you have a grapevine, keep on top of it. Right, so also in midweek, I came up and I said I hadn't got any of my trees pruned. Well, I have now. We had branches crossing over here and crossing over. This is a duo plum. And we had branches going out this way, we had branches coming from that one to that one, and it was a right old mess. So I've basically opened the air gap from these 2 stems. Actually no, this is a duo cherry, not plum. It's a duo cherry. And we've already had loads of plums off these. Cherries off this last year and the year before. And these were bought as dwarf stock. As you can see, the size of the actual root, the main stem. This one here is a duo plum. We haven't had any plums of it yet, and I have more or less trimmed this, and again you can see the tiny rootstock and the 2 branches off. This is a little pear tree that we put in as a stick only last year, along with this one. I haven't pruned any of these because I want these to fill out a bit first before we do that. And then we've got a golden delicious apple tree, which we had a few small apples off last year. Then we have another cherry tree here in full of massive bloom. And then last but not least, we have another plum tree, which was way up there, and I've had to severely chop this one down. I'm just looking here. Already I can see the Jersey Royals are just starting to poke their head above the ground. So I have to keep an eye on these now and get a bit of fleece ready just in case we get any frosts. I cover these over. These were the first potatoes I planted. These are the Jersey Royals. These were planted back on the first video that you've seen of this year. So midweek, you'll have seen in the last video we came up, we got this centre bed all cleaned down of weeds, and we've got a set of Sharps Express early potatoes put in there. We did get this completed. As you can see, it's now a double rail all the way through, and this is pretty solid now, and we've got the centre running, as you've seen in one of the other videos. We still need to do the other side and then get these other 2 beds sorted out. Then I can start building the benches and show you how we're going to tighten all of this frame up to finish it off. I know a few people have actually commented on how I'm doing this and are going to incorporate it into their builds and or re-strengthen their polytunnel. So I'm pleased to hear that. So what we did as well is still a mess, as you can see. There's still a lot of work to do. But I have now weeded this bed all the way through. The garlic is now getting established, and I've dressed this. It was really low down, and I've put loads and loads of compost on here now, and I've actually got red onions in there, little sets, and I got those in midweek as well. And then under here we have some more, and that's just put over. They're just starting to pop their head above those. They were put in a day or two earlier, and they're just starting to pop up now. That's just to stop the birds pulling them out as they start to come through. Yeah. I think what I might do today, I've been promising to do this for I don't know how long it is. I'm going to get some cuttings off this peach tree, and I'm going to graft them onto this plum tree that I've now cut down. And I've done this midweek as well, and you can see I've left it with just a little tiny bit of growth because I want the sap to go to this. Which, ironically, it's been in about 10 years. I've chopped it all down and now it's flowering. We're probably not going to keep the noise of the cockerels down, but we should hopefully be dealing with the wind at least now I have the microphones. So what you'll see here, I didn't video it because basically I just want to get on and get it done. So we've got one here grafted on the top of here, but we've left the plum as well. This one's plum and this one's plum, because they are established, and if we get a rush of sap, we need these to take up the surplus. I've grafted one on the side here, one on the top. I've grafted another one here and here, again with a plum left on. We've got a plum left on here and another one side grafted, another one top grafted, another one top grafted with a plum, another plum, and another top graft on here with another plum round the side. Now obviously we want these to get enough sap, but if they get a rush of sap at this time of year, because the tree is in growth, it will just drown these. So we need to leave some of the parent plant to absorb the excess sap. Right guys, it's now 2 PM in the afternoon and I'm totally wasted. As you can probably tell. I thought I need to get something else done today. So we've got the tree grafted. We'll have to wait and see how that pans out, won't we? But I thought, right, I need to also, the next job is probably the brassicas to come out. So I needed to get this bed done as well. But it's pretty bad, it's a lot worse than I thought it was. It's got a good thick layer of weed on the top like that. So I'm basically just sodding it off. And all of this is just going over into my weed composter. But at least it's out of here. So I thought it would actually be quicker in the long run to take the top 2 inches off or so. I'm still shaking most of the soil back. But as you can see, it's just, if you can probably see this on the video, it's just like a blanket. So what I'm doing, instead of trying to pick every little one out, I'm basically taking the top sod, shaking most of the soil back off and straight into the barrow, and then I'm going over like a fine tooth comb and picking out the last of the weeds. I need to get this bed done so I can get the brassicas in. It needs compost added, but I won't be doing that today. I'm out of breath and I've had enough. Finish this last little bit here and the compost will go on tomorrow. If you haven't seen how I made this brassica cage, it's brilliant by the way. because I can get it both sides. I just take the sides off this. It's literally 4 turn catches, lift the sides off, one here and the other one's over there. So I can come down one side and do half the bed. Then I've been round the other side, done that half of the bed, come down here now, do this half. And it really is a winner. And then when the brassicas are in, it's clip it back on and forget about it. And if you haven't seen this video, how I made this, I'll try and think I'll leave you a link up in the top corner, or you can search brassica cage with the difference, I think it's called, and have a look and see how we've done this. So I have also had another bit of a tidy up. I've got my path back through here again now. I've moved all of those sheets and plastic, it was all over the place. I couldn't get in with the wheelbarrow to the weed composter. So I've put all of the sheeting up on the top of this bed now and laid it flat. At least it's out of the way now. I've straightened this fencing back up for now temporarily so I can get up and down here as well. Some more bits of underlaying carpet. You'll see what I'm going to use that for later. Right, that's me done for the day. Well and truly, it's now 2:30 PM. I'm going to have a cup of coffee and then I'm going down home. Now I don't know how many hours long this video is going to be, but hopefully you'll enjoy it anyways. So and hopefully the content's a little bit better, not as shaky, audio a bit clearer. Yes, you'll still have the cockles shouting, I can't do anything about that, but at least hopefully it's going to be a little bit better and it's something different. I just want to say again a massive thank you for everyone who comes to watch the videos, taking the time to leave comments, thumbs up, likes, dislikes, comments, subscriptions, suggestions and donations. I really do appreciate it. As always, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.